Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode with Manchester United on PES 2020, and we're in such good form at the moment. We are lying in 6th position. As you can remember, a couple of episodes back we were in round about 12th and pretty much struggling. We had a massive 7-1 victory over Bournemouth in the last game, Greenwood scoring 5 goals. Before that we had a 3-0 win over Wolves, beat Paderborn 4-1 to progress through to the knockout stages of the Europa League, but we did sim this game. We beat Sheffield United 2-0, and it all started from this 4-0 victory over Southampton. But we are looking in good shape. But today we have got Norwich, we have got Feyenoord, which we will simulate that one, and then we have got Tottenham before we enter this January, I think, or coming to the Christmas period. But also means we will be looking at the transfer window and looking to you guys to see what sort of players we want to have in. I want to have Sancho in here, possibly Savic as well, but we do need to get rid of a few other players as well. We're going to have Depay back. Still a little bit tired, isn't he? Bring Maguire in for Tuanzebe. They played well, but I'm going to swap him back. Shaw is looking a little bit down, so we are going to bring back Texeria. Actually, you know, Bailey's looking a little bit better than Maguire, so we're going to swap him back. Bissaka is looking on his game at the moment, so we're going to put him in. There's 90, the most we can go up to. James, I am tempted to bring in on the right hand side, and McTominay can come in for Maddison. Then I'm going to leave it at that for the time being. Matic, it looks like he's on his game at the moment, so do we bring in for Pogba? Probably not. Let's move along, shall we? Norwich before we play before the Tottenham game, which we really do need to win. Right, let's go to the next match. Let's move along and let's get this victory. Romero is going to keep his place in goal. De Gea is still not feeling it. We got Bailey, Lindelof, Texeria, Wan-Bissaka. We've got McTominay, Pogba, Martial, James, Greenwood and Rashford are going to continue up front. Both of them scoring the goals in the last game. Old Trafford, Norwich are the visitors. Nice little walk out there. Right, Greenwood to kick off. He'll play all the way back to Bailey, who's not looking quite fit actually, to be perfectly honest. Down the line, look at that ball. James is taking it. Oh, not quite getting there though. It's a good effort, it's a good try. James now on the ball. It's a good ball in there. There's Greenwood. Oh, he tries to slot it in past the goalkeeper, and I think it was a little bit too... he didn't slam it in though, like I guess he should have done. A little bit overconfident, I feel. Rashford this time, and once again the goalkeeper saves. Norwich are holding their own. We've had a couple of shots already, and they've not been going in. They're on target, but the goalkeeper's... Oh, he didn't know anything about it. He just hit his left hand glove, isn't it, really? Right, now can we... we'll go to the runner on the box then, shall we? Get the cross in. We'll drag that player in, and we're in there somewhere. Can we get a shot in there somewhere? Anybody? And there's a strike. Almost there. We'll play it back. Rashford this time puts it in the back of the net. We're 1-0 up. 18 minutes gone. And all that pressure, and we find a way through finally. We break the deadlock, and once again we're making Old Trafford into a fortress, and this will be pretty good stuff going into the Feyenoord game and then the Tottenham game, and then the ball in, and making no mistake this time round. The goalkeeper getting nowhere near it, thankfully. To win 7-1 away from home was amazing. Norwich coming forward, but we do intercept that quite easily. Play the ball into the centre. That's a good ball though. Oh, that isn't though. Well, but Martial does have it there. Oh, he's running. He's skipping past him. Oh, we almost had the ball then. A shot, but I think he kind of stunned everybody else. Oh, he did almost get that ball back. Oh, we're going to have a different goal scorer. James down the line. He's got speed. Oh, there he goes. He's gone. Lewis just standing there. He's not wanting to know what to do. Oh, there it is. It's an own goal, I think. But that was just a too easy goal. 2-0. Well, they've credited it to Rashford, but 2-0 all the same. James with a beautiful run down that side. Lewis, well, the Norwich player just let him go. Look, there he is. It's just, I don't know what he's doing there. It's like crab walking. But that is well, no, so no deflection actually. It's an easy goal, but we'll take it 2-0 to the good, and once again we're in a very, very strong position, shall we? Let's see if we can get a few shots outside the box in the second half. We can push our players up, I think. It's a good block. Romero just helps it into his arms, and there we are, 2-0. We didn't score in the first 15 minutes, but we did score in the next 15 and the 15 after that as well. So far, so good. Possession-wise, we're not doing great. Let's bring a substitution on, or just move it around a little bit. We're going to take McTominay off. Gomez. And if we bring in Gomez, we just move him up a little bit. Just one substitution for now. We're not going to do too many too early. And there's a shot on goal. It's a very good stop by Romero. Punts it out all the way to the left-hand side. It's a very, very good stop. Lindelof in the middle. They've had 3 saves each. Norwich are putting a bit more of a fight than somebody. Wow. We're talking about leaving it wide open. And Rashford, don't mess around with it there, my friend. And there's another effort. And Norwich are starting to pile the pressure on. Edge of the box. With the ball's played out. Rashford dilly-dallied on the ball. And the ball comes straight into the centre. And it should have buried it. Pogba forward now. Again to the side. Oh, it's like American football. Or just all rugby. Texeira straight down the line. I mean, look at this. Cross comes in. Oh, nobody there though. It's an effort. Nobody at least getting there. And Norwich just play it out. Martial should have struck that a little bit more cleanly. Greenwood getting the block. Finds Martial. Who finds James. And there's a shot outside. Oh, goalkeeper, what was he doing there? He kind of pushed it out with his hand instead of palming it away. It looked like he caught it in his glove and then just pushed it out. Play a little bit better against Tottenham. It just seems like we've settled for the goals here. And Greenwood just slots it in. Wow. That's a very, very good finish. Right foot this time, I think it was. But very, very good control there. Brings it to one side and he goes ahead of Depay, leading goal scorer. But Rashford's got another 2. He's level with Kane with 10 goals at the minute, unless Kane scores in the next game. But it's going to be a fight for who's going to be top goal scorer in the Premiership. But Rashford is finally coming good. It's very, very good build up. Finding a lot of room, but it's a good there with the left foot. And then, yeah, right foot, outside of the foot. Nice. It's a good tackle. Gets a foot in, but doesn't really win the ball. It's a good start. Oh, when Basaka just takes his man out. And that's not... Is it going to be a card? Oh, they're not happy about it. The Norwich players. It's a yellow card. Basaka, not the best tackle in the world. Totally mistimed it. Yeah, it's not a good tackle. Free kick then. Last couple of minutes of the game. Can we get a header on that? It's a good stop. Wow. I don't think he had so many chances in front of goal to score. And they do get one back. A little bit too late, but Pucky has it. And Romero did so well to try and keep it out against the post. 2 saves and then he just couldn't put it in. But we're just not very good at defending. I mean, let's see that again. So Romero saves 1. The chest down there should have cleared it. Against the post, saves 2. Yeah, and the 3rd attempt. I think he had too much room there. We had a lot of players standing around there. Not one of them made a move, which seems to be upsetting. I don't think we made any substitutions, have we, late on in this game? United 3, Norwich 1. The damage was done in the first half, thankfully. Romero a 7. Greenwood and Rashford 7 each, which is good. And that is about it. Rashford got man of the match, I think. So Chelsea win, beat Bournemouth, are just on a free slide down all the way down to the bottom now, aren't they? Leicester drew, Villa drew, West Ham beat Southampton. Right, Everton win, Man City win. Liverpool beat Watford. Tottenham and Arsenal draw 0-0, which is a big, big plus going into the Tottenham game. And then Crystal Palace win as well. So what does that do to the table now? We're lying in 6th position still, 3 points behind Liverpool and Man City. We are now only 8 points behind Arsenal, who are lying on top, 1 point ahead of Tottenham. We're getting ever so closer now, guys. I don't think we're at the halfway stage yet. We're at 15 games, so we're not doing too bad. But we've won 5 on the bounce now. which is really good, but they are against teams you would expect to win. Norwich put more of a fight than what Bournemouth did, and they're lying in 15th position. This is a pretty much rotated side. Dare we play it? Okay, let's move along. Let's proceed to the next match in coach mode. This is the kick. These are the teams. They've got Marksman in goal, Van Beek, Edgar, Malaysia, Karsdorp, Tapia, Tornstra, Larson, Bergui and Jurgensen at the De Kuip Stadium. Can we pull it off and go 6 for 6 in the Europa League? As we do the same once again, we'll go to about 10 minutes in and then we'll have a look at the result at the end of the game and with any goals if there is any. And there we have it, 5-1. As you can see there at the bottom, Gomez with 2 goals. We decided to bring him on and put him up front, and he went and duly delivered 2 goals. Pye with the first goal, Greenwood with the assist. I assume it's a through ball, it is like that, and Pye just races through. He'll be glad to get back on the score sheet and back playing as well. Jurgensen did equalise for Feyenoord straight after though, which was really disappointing. We just couldn't hold the lead for that long. It's a good header. It's a poor goal to give away, but it's beat Romero, all ends up. The third goal then I think it is, Depay on it as well. Good strike, left hand side, and that's a very, very good finish. Greenwood now scoring. Depay with the assist, so the other way around. Is that Mata down that side? Oh, it's a good head on, and Greenwood just the easiest of tap-ins as well. And we're looking really good. Gomez now, he came on. Martial with the assist this time, and it was left all on his own in the box, and there he goes. I mean, suspicions of offside, but he's not going to moan about that, is he? And then the 93rd minute as well, he scores, and it looks like he's just gone on his own. I mean, look at that, everything just frees up for him, and beautiful, well taken goal. So we do have another option up front as well if we need it. Paderborn beat Antwerp 3-0, so it looks like it could be ourselves and Paderborn going through. But there we go, 18 points, 6 from 6. And bear in mind, these were all simulated. 3 goals conceded, 15 scored. So that's really happy with that. Let's have a look at the other tables. Roma, again, 6 out of 6, 2 goals conceded. Then Everton top the group, again, 6 out of 6, 8 goals scored, none conceded at all. So that's really good. Hibernian propping up the table. Lazio and Vittoria are coming through, but Lazio 6 out of 6 seems to be a theme going on here. Aberdeen just being hammered there at the bottom. Schalke going through, not a 6 out of 6 this time, but they only draw 1, so almost a clean sweep there. Olympiacos coming in second. Milan and Spartak going through. Wolves 5 out of 6, not bad at all. They top the group on goal difference, I guess, or better aggregate score against Besiktas. Hearts finishing third in that group there. Valencia top it with Genk there as well. Sevilla top it with Genk there. Bromby propping up the table there. AZ Saint Etienne going through. We've got CSKA knocking Rangers off the top because they drew with Leipzig. But all the same, they go through. Standard Liège and Espanyol going through. PSV must have lost their last game. That is really disappointing. Right, big game coming now. Tottenham. So it does look like the knockout stage has already been drawn, and we do play Besiktas. Is that over 2 legs? I'm wondering. Ghent and Genk are there. That's going to be a bit of a tongue twister between the two. Benfica play Saint Etienne. Milan play Ghent. Rangers got Leverkusen. Wolves are away to Paderborn. I would expect Wolves to come through that one quite easily. Everton against Yeni. Are our players looking good? It's only Fosu Mensah, really. We could just change him. Bissaka could come in. And it looks like we can bring De Gea back into the fray as well. He can go back in goal. We've got De Gea in goal. Maguire, Lindelof, Texeria. Should we have had... In fact, where's Shaw? I thought I had Shaw in here. I forgot all about him. That's really bad. Bring Shaw back in as well. How terrible is that? Shaw with Mbasaka. We've got Maddison, Pogba, Martial, Mata, Rashford and Depay. Tottenham have got Cardinal in goal. We've got Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Rose and Ndombele, Sissoko, Dyer, Ali, Ericsson, Kane and Son Heung-min. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Is that what they record it now? Let's see how we do well against one of the top 6. We've seemed to have battered the lower teams. Can we do this with some of these guys here? We're going to go down the line. Depay is running. Oh, he's overtaken. We're into the middle. He tried to go in all by himself, didn't he? There was nobody opening up. And maybe that was just a wrong choice of moves, really. Should have passed it or crossed it when we had the chance. We want to keep an eye on Kane. We don't want him having a pop like he does. De Gea back in goal, straight into a save 13 minutes in. So good stop as well. Harry Kane's probably disappointed he's lost top spot of the golden boot. But he does get it on target. De Gea, could argue he should have caught it, really. That's another good stop, and we just can't seem to get the ball away. Why have they just stood still? Corner comes in, and is that Pogba? In the middle, and he just stood still. Shaw just lifted his foot off so he could get the shot on goal. De Gea, thankfully, was on hand. Can't help thinking if Romero was in goal, he probably would have conceded one of them goals. Let's get this ball away. It's a good header. That's another good stop, and we're under the cosh here a little bit. Wow, it's a little bit different than playing one of the lower teams, isn't it? But we thought we got it away there, but we don't. Ming gets it back and play, and De Gea with a beautiful save. Then Ndombele tries to run him back with him, but he doesn't. But Rashford's on his way. Almost trips over the ball there, Rashford. Wow. Again, I think at that point he should have gone on for goal. Or to Maddison. Mata. And the first chance on goal, and it's in. Depay, is it? It is. It's Depay scoring the goal, and there we have it. Yes. 1-0. It's taken 30 minutes to get a goal and get a shot on goal at least anyway, and it's just Route 1 football. Why I couldn't do that before? Depay and Rashford both culprits in that case, but this time the through ball and Depay one touch and then slams it into the back of the net, and we're 1-0 up. If we can hold them off for a victory, this will be a very, very big scalp, especially the way we've been playing or started off this season. Opens up for Kane to have a go. De Gea was in two minds whether to go and catch that. Maybe he should have done. Corner ball. We're not too hot on corners, it has to be said. We're going man to man. Oh, we just walked away. We're gonna, and that's over the bar. Dyer almost getting an equaliser, and how we didn't concede that, I've got no idea. But we'll take it as it is. But that is very, very close. I mean, it was going wide as well. Another corner, and we just don't seem to be dealing with it very well. To take the shot, Martial comes out to Rose, tries to get a tackle in. Oh, De Gea again, point blank. Over to Depay. And there he goes, he slots it in. He doesn't need any more than that. We'll have a half-time orange juice. Just top up on the vitamins. And we'll be back running for the second half. Wow. I'm happy now. Feel a little bit more at ease that we have got that cushion. Tottenham have been dangerous. And to be honest, they have been all over us. We've had a couple of chances. Pye with two excellent goals. Rashford keeping them all at bay as well. He could have had one himself, but he chose the wrong decision to pass the ball as opposed to going for goal. 58% possession for Tottenham, and we've only had 13 passes out of the whole game. 13. 10 of them have been completed, but 13 to their 34. I mean, that is absolutely poor. Corners, they've had 5. I'm happy with the result, with the scoreline so far. Let's just see if we can just get a couple more passes, some completed ones, or just pass the ball around. So good interception by Lindelof. I'm going to play it out, spread it out wide up there. Nice ball, eh? Oh, it's a lovely play. Mata's running. Oh, Rashford not quite getting there, but Lindelof is in the middle. That's a good effort from Kane. And they're not having the best of games at the moment. Madison's non-existent at the moment. We're going to bring in McTominay though. And we're going to bring James for Martial. Possibly Pereira on that right hand side. Fresh legs out there. I think that's what's needed. 3 substitutions. Pereira, there is blonde hair on top. Pereira. And that's a good effort. And maybe should have took that first time. But I didn't expect that one to get to him very, very quickly though. Rashford over to Pereira, and then Pereira straight away to Depay. And I thought I pressed shoot, and clearly I didn't. But it's going to be a corner ball, I think. Runner from edge of the box. We're going to just play it in. We're going to bring a player out, and can we get over the top? Who was that? Pogba? Was that Bin Saka? Lindelof, Maguire there. Lindelof not quite getting the tackling. Pogba, come on then, son. Oh, it just dances over it. Kane turns. How's it go? Let's get this ball away. Don't mess around with it at the back. Plays it up front. Let's get a header on. Depay does win it, but only as far as Ndombele. And we do come away with it now. That's a beautiful ball. And Pereira finds his way in front of goal. Slots it past the goalkeeper. And there we have it. And we're we're deadly in front of goal. Finally, the goals are coming. And Pereira, we don't need that many chances, but we have been a lot better in this second half though. And I think we deserved this lead. 3-0 is probably a little bit flattering on our part. Tottenham have been really good, and this is one of the tests we've had to navigate through. And I think we've done it with flying colours. All on his own, Mora. And well played. De Gea pushes it out wide for a corner. Last minute and a half of the game. And can we keep a clean sheet? This would be really big improvement from the first games we've played. We've really struggled. But now it just seems to be all coming together. It's a free header, and we're not attacking that ball on the corner line at all. De Gea is going to have the ball. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to punt it up front. Okay, we'll go there. We'll go to the right hand side. It's a good ball though. I don't think Pereira's ever going to reach it, but it doesn't really matter either way. He comes on and he does score in the 85th minute to give us that 3-0 victory. Tottenham 0, United 3, and we're sailing. We came in the game very, very slightly. I think we kind of equal on passes made in the second half at least. Anyway, we made another 31 passes attempted at least anyway, but 4 shots on goal, 3 on target, 44% possession, slightly better. But Tottenham 8 from 11. They should have at least buried it, but if it wasn't for De Gea, I'm expecting him to be man of the match. It wasn't, it was Depay. De Gea does get a 7 though. Wan-Bissaka was a 4.5, very, very poor, but a 7.5 for Depay and a 7 for Pereira. Rashford not having the best of games. So Chelsea win. Bournemouth, they've stopped the rot of losing, so that's good on their part. No big scores there. Southampton beat Newcastle. Everton win, Man City win, Liverpool win, and Arsenal beat Palace. So, what does that now do to the table? We're still in 6th spot. 2 points behind Palace now. 8 points behind Arsenal, who just keep winning. The 30 points with Chelsea now. Goal difference is far superior, though, it has to be said. They've only conceded 8 goals, though, Chelsea. We have 10 ourselves. Bournemouth on free fall. They're in line in 8th position now. -1 goal difference, would you believe, after a very, very good start. I suppose the 7-1 hammering by ourselves didn't really help, did it? But for now, we are going to leave it there. We are riding high with in 6th position. Next episode, we've got Crystal Palace, who are lying in 5th. A win there will take us ahead of them. And then we have Arsenal away as well, who are lying top. So we can reduce that down to possibly 5 points, providing Arsenal win their other game. So if you enjoyed that, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see more on YouTube channel, please subscribe. And until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.